Amazon is without doubt one of the most powerful ways for you to earn as an affiliate. Now, unlike affiliate marketing through something, say, like ClickBank, Amazon is a little bit less hit and miss. Amazon is a trusted brand. You are not trying to sell something that somebody else is trying to sell. You're trying to sell a physical product that people know and trust. Yeah, people know that if they order it from Amazon, they're going to get it. It's going to arrive on their door. If they've got a problem, they send it back. It gets fixed. Now, if people order from ClickBank, they're buying from Joe Blogs. They don't know who he is or she is. They don't know that they're going to get the product they delivered. They don't know for sure that it's even going to be any good. They don't know that if they got a problem, they're going to get their money back. So what you find is, whereas you can make money by ClickBank, and yes, quite often you will get more money per sale. You could get, you know, $20, $30, $40 per sale from ClickBank, sometimes even more. With Amazon, maybe you won't always get as much, but you find your conversion rate is a lot higher. Now, there are people that report their conversion rates to be sort of 10 to 20% when they're sending targeted traffic. So if you get the right traffic, you can get a very, very high conversion rate. And if you're selling a $1,000 product, for example, that can be a lot of money in your pocket. So it's very, very worth your while. Now, what this course is all about is showing you how to leverage Amazon for maximum profit in your pocket. And that's what we're going to be talking about. Now, one of the biggest benefits, I think, of Amazon is pretty much you pick a niche, Amazon will have something. They have millions of products, and we're talking, 2, 3, 4 million different products. There are so many products on Amazon. If you tried to create a web page for all of them, you would be going for years. So the big advantage with Amazon is that you, pretty much whatever your niche, can find not just one product, but usually a handful or more of products that you can sell. Plus, you can often find cross-sells that you can also sell to these people. But because it's a trusted brand, it tends to have a good conversion rate. And one of the real advantages of Amazon is that if I go to your Amazon website and then I click through to Amazon, then, for example, I decide I'm going to buy the product that you're selling me. So I've bought that product. But while I'm at it, I say, well, I want a new camera, I want a washing machine, I want some toys for the kids, I want some books. And I buy all that at the same time. You get the commission for all of those products. Not just the initial product you sent me through, but anything else I add to my basket, you will get the commission to. Now, the Amazon cookie is for 24 hours. So if you visit my site now, and you come back to my site without visiting anyone else's for 24 hours, then I get the commission for it. So quite often what you find with Amazon is you sell some very, very peculiar things that you think, well, I'm not promoting that at all. How have I sold it? But it'll be someone's gone to your website, gone through to Amazon, decided they didn't want to buy what you were offering, and then went to buy something else. So the advantage of that is that you can quite often find some very, very good niches and some good products to promote, some that you would never ever have thought of. And I can honestly say that I've made a lot of money from that technique. People go through my Amazon link. I analyze every week or so what people have bought, and then I do some niche research on some of the things that they're buying that I'm not promoting. And I can make a lot of money from those. I can get some great niches that are pretty much untapped, that have massive earning potential. So it's well worth your while doing that. Now, of course, one thing that Amazon is fantastic at is cross-selling. So if you go into Amazon and you buy a camera, you'll then be sold your camera case, your memory cards, your spare batteries, etc., etc. And what often happens is people will buy those cross-sells, which means more commissions in your pocket. That's right. So very, very powerful way potentially to earn. Now, quite often there are multiple products in your niche. So if I'm selling a camera, I can sell the camera and all the accessories. If I'm selling a kid's toy, quite often there's similar kids' toys I can also sell. So there's huge, huge potential here for reviews, comparisons, cross-sells, upsells, etc., etc. So there's a lot of potential here for you. So this multiple products basically allows you to do price and model comparisons. So you can say, well, if my budget's $500, these are the best 3 cameras available to you. Or you could say, well, you're interested in the Canon 66D SL XL camera, but have you thought about the competing versions from Nikon and Fujifilm, for example? So you know, there's potential there for you to appeal to the mass market. And quite often what people are doing is they're actually looking for these comparisons. They want to compare, you know, their 3 different models of camera and make sure that it's something they actually want. You know, by buying the Canon, is that the best one? Or should they buy the Nikon? Or should they buy the Sony or the Fuji? So yeah, there's quite a lot of potential here for you, because what you'll find is people will come in to buy one thing, they'll read the reviews and then go, well, actually I prefer the other camera, and they'll buy that and buy the accessories. So you can maximise your earning potential from every single visitor. So there's a lot of flexibility from Amazon. It's an absolutely incredible site, and really you're going to get a lot from it. That's really all I'm going to say for now. But as you go through this course, you'll realise the power of Amazon and the massive earning potential for you. So if you do this properly, you can earn a lot of money. Now, I can tell you that there are people earning 5 figures plus a month from Amazon. Yes, you need a few sites. It's a numbers game. You know, 1 or 2 sites, not going to make you a fortune most of the year. However, do it right, get the right number of sites, targeted traffic, right niches, you can make a lot of money. I can tell you right now that in November and December, if your sites are done properly, you will see your income increase between 5 and 10 times. Just one of my Amazon sites sells a $30 product, $30 to $40 product, so not an expensive product, so I get $1 to $2 commission on each one. That one site in December earned almost $500. So, you know, this site was selling sort of 10 to 15 products a day during December. Obviously, people buying for Christmas. So you target your sites right, and there's a lot of potential. Can you imagine if that had been a $100 product? You know, if the commission had been, you know, $4 or $5, it'd have been much higher. But essentially, I was getting sort of about $2 per product sale. But as I said, $500 in the month from one site, which had minimal promotion on it, has done very well. So there's a lot of potential here, and I really want to sort of light your fire with the potential for you with Amazon. Now, if you're a new marketer, this is one of the best ways to start. Zero risk, minimal cost. All you need some domain names, some web hosting. If you don't want to buy that, go and get some Blogger domains or Blogspot or something like that. So it's a great way to get started. It's a great way if you haven't got a lot of experience. The sites can be very easy to promote, and I'll show you all about that as we go through this training program. So what we're going to cover. Now, we are going to cover a lot of information. I will tell you that up front. But firstly, we're going to talk about how you find a product on Amazon to promote. There's millions of products. How do you pick one? What makes a good product to promote? That's something we're going to talk about in depth and help you find your first product. Well, of course, once you've found a product, you've then got to find some keywords. And that can be difficult for a lot of people. People don't understand how to do keyword research. So my aim is to show you exactly how you can do that. We're going to show you how to write powerful reviews, and we'll demonstrate a template. You'll have a template handed to you that you can use to write these reviews. Now, reviews are very powerful. That's what people are looking for. They're after something to help them to decide to buy. They want you to help them make the buying decision. So we are going to talk about how you write some very powerful and effective reviews. We're going to talk about adding content to your site, because obviously, you know, you don't just have to write the reviews. There's more information that you could put there. So we're going to talk about that as well, so you can see what reviews you can put on there. We're going to talk a little bit about building links and getting traffic. Now, obviously, that's an entire subject in itself. It's a huge subject. So we're not going to go into massive depth. But if you've targeted your product and your keywords properly, then you shouldn't really have any problems finding what we're going to talk about, getting links and traffic. So I'm going to talk to you about how you can do that, show you a couple of sneaky ways, a couple of really good ways, and I think that's really going to help you. And then I think one of the things that I'm looking forward to showing you the most is some success tips. Now, obviously, you can start on Amazon, you can do very well on it by yourself, but what I want to do is show you some very, very powerful methods that you can use that will help you to maximize your income from Amazon. Now, these are going to be things that I've learnt through trial, error. It's cost me money, effort, etc., etc. So you're going to get an insider peek there. And of course, there's going to be a lot more. We're not stopping just at that. We're going to really, really give you so much information here. It's going to blow you away. So I'm very excited to continue. So let's move on. Let's start this program. Let's start you finding powerful products that you can promote and you can earn from.